every 2 weeks for the new moon and the full moon. And tonight we are celebrating the full moon in Virgo. My name is Isabella, and I'm the founder of Sacred Light Alchemy. Again, I felt that I needed to let you know. And as always, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do tonight. We're opening a sacred space so that we feel secure, we feel safe to open up, to receive all the energies and the channeling that I'm going to be guided to share with you collectively. And whatever doesn't resonate with you, let it go. I'm sure that I am prone to say something that is useful for someone. For if it's useful for you, I'm glad. If not, let it go. Someone is needing that information. So as I was saying, the sacred space we are opening, and then I'm going to talk about the astrology of the full moon in Virgo, what the full moon represents, what are the energies that we need to integrate with the energy of Virgo, what we need to let go of, because we have a full moon. It's a time of letting go, a time of completion. And then I'm going to do guided meditation. Usually it's channeled. I haven't prepared something specifically. I'm just being guided by by spirit of what we need to let go of in terms of integrating, so that we integrate the correct energies that are coming through with this lunation. Okay, so usually is we have some blockages. Usually is mental, sometimes is emotional, but it's pretty much linked one with another. So when we do this clearing, we are helping the energies to move smoothly, so there's no resistance. So that's the purpose of the clearing meditation. And we can do this tonight for those of you that are live, for those of you that are going to see the recording after. And I always recommend so that you do this clearing every time you feel there is something of a glitch, let's say, in the following days. You can also do it as a practice every day, because it's not so long that you cannot do it. Maybe it's 10 or 15 minutes a day. Okay, so as I was saying, the meditation, then we are going to pull the oracle, an oracle card that is usually an overall energy of what this full moon in Virgo is all about, and also a sort of guidance for us of how to integrate and also how to ground ourselves into this energy, so that we feel that we are guided, we are on the right track. Okay, and then closing the space. So this live is usually around an hour, maybe less, maybe more, also depending how I feel that the energy is going to settle. So let's begin, guys. We're going to close the eyes for this one, and let's put our hands in prayer. And I'm going to do the invocation for starting the circle. To the south, to the west, to the north, to the east, to the Mother Earth and Father Sky, to all stellar nations, to all guides, ancestors that need to be here, want to be here, and have to be here with us. Please guide us and protect us in our journey and in the sacred space, healing, inspiring us, healing us, and giving us exactly what we need to integrate with this energy. Allow us to be safe and to feel safe to open up. I'm asking Archangel Michael with the Lords of Karma or Angels of Karma to surround each and every one of us and to transmute or let go of all energies that are lower than love, light, and truth, and everything to be transformed and let go into the light. Only love, truth, and truth, and light to be coming here in this space. I'm also asking each and everyone's higher self to join us. Just set the intention. Later on, we're going to ask maybe to connect more with our higher self, but for now, just set the intention. Amazing. Thank you. Now that we are more grounded, more present, we can also breathe deeply so that we feel more into the body. And now, as always, I'm going to start and talk about the energies of the cosmic energy that are happening with this full moon in Virgo. So we are on March 7, 2023. We have beautiful energy with the full moon in Virgo. And also for those of you that maybe know, we also have the entrance of the planet Saturn in the sign of Pisces. I have also an article written about that. You can go after the live and read all about that. It's on my website sacredlightalchemy.com, the last article, and you are going to see also about that. But first, tonight we are going to talk mainly on the full moon in Virgo. And as always, I'm starting with telling you what the full moon represents. So the full moon is always about a moment of completion, a moment of finishing a project, a moment of illumination, we can say. So for those of you that already feel the energies because you are already on the ascension process, you might have felt already the past few days the energies maybe of feeling that you are finishing something, or you need to put more order into your life in some way or some form. You are clearing or healing something deeper that than you have accessed maybe until now. So the full moon, as I said, it's a moment of completion, but it's not just that. It's as I say, the sun, which represents the masculine energy, and the moon, which represents the feminine energies, are across each other. Let's say at the table across each other, and with that, they are negotiating right now because they started the creation process 2 weeks ago when the new moon in Pisces was happening. And now they are negotiating. They are saying, okay, we have reached at this level. What are we going to do with whatever we have planted 2 weeks ago as a seed, or whatever we have started 2 weeks ago, or more back in 6 months ago when the new moon in Virgo was? That would be sometimes in September. So we can think about what we have planted maybe in September 2022 and 2 weeks ago when the new moon in Pisces was happening. And we can see that maybe at this time there is something that is, let's say, finishing up or catching up with whatever we started back then. It could have been a process that was conscious. Let's say we planted something, we started something, and now it's finalizing, or it's like in the final stages. Or there was something that we don't know. We just now realize that we started something in September, or we started something in 2 weeks ago, and now I see that like the first fruits of the labor of that creation, or that project. Okay, so at this stage, it's either we're going to finish the projects, or the situation, a problem that or a challenge that arised, or we are going to improve something. Okay, so we finish it, we let it go, or we are going to improve it. And that's why whenever we do a ritual, for example, a full moon ritual, which I'm not going to do on this live because it's more healing, and usually I'm doing it on the moon cycles, the moon ceremonies that I'm doing later on. You can go down in the description and see more on the event. But on the full moon rituals, we usually release. However, I always recommend or advise to also plant the seeds that you want this full moon, let's say, to improve on that project. Okay, to let's let me give you an example. For example, you are starting to I don't know, look for a home, for example, and you thought that you want this type of home. But now, after visiting so many houses, you see that you don't want that, or it's not a problem. There is a problem in finding that type of home, for example. So now you can say, I'm adjusting my wish. I want something like this. So now we put the energy on the full moon to find that, because it's a part of an adjustment or improvement to my um, initial situation. Okay, I hope I was clear with that. So again, we are releasing, but we also put some intentions to improve whatever we have started, and maybe um, go on a higher level and learn from that process. Okay, so as I was saying, we have the moment of negotiation with the full moon, with the moon and the sun, the masculine and the feminine. And in the energy of Virgo, Virgo likes perfection. We know that at least at an earthly level, we don't necessarily can be perfect. We cannot necessarily be perfect, right? We can reach, or we can want to reach for perfection, or we can try to reach for perfection, but we need to accept the fact that we are not necessarily perfect. Okay, we are a work in process or progress. So we might be a bit more critical with ourselves, maybe in this period, or we think that we haven't met. We haven't put the work or the steps necessary to actually make the things come true right now. So we may be harsh with us or with others. So make sure that you are not exaggerating. You need to continue improving yourself, but judging or criticizing the process that you are, or the progress you are on, doesn't necessarily help, not you or somebody else or anybody else. Okay, and also Virgo energy wants from us, because all of us have Virgo energy. Doesn't matter if we are a sun in Virgo or moon in Virgo, everyone in their chart have Virgo in their somewhere in their natal chart, in a sector of their natal chart. So what does Virgo want? Virgo wants to, as I said, to find or reach for this perfection, also to have a clear and an order in their life, and especially with the full moon in their emotion, right? To feel understood, the fact that they need or they require order in their life or emotions, to feel that somebody or the people that are in a relationship with understand the fact that in order for their mind to be clear, also their emotion needs to feel in order. Okay, So this is, let's say, the challenge that we might feel right now. And also with the Virgo, one of the things, like, let's say, on a healing level, we might want or realize that we need to heal something. Virgo is the healer of the zodiac. Other signs have, let's say, the healing or the healer capacity, but Virgo is said to be the healer of the zodiac. Also, Virgo has the capacity, as I also mentioned in the description, also has the capacity to ground the higher self. Okay, to be able to ground the higher self, it has like the innate capacity. Others, all of the signs need to do that, but Virgo has the innate capacity to ground, to have an open heart, and to be able to integrate the higher self better. Okay, this is one of the reasons why Virgo tend to want to be perfect, or to have a pure heart or a pure soul, because they tend to want to connect more with the higher self, not to stay in the let's say, just in the mundane level, or the earthly pleasures, and so on and so forth. So the struggle with being pure is very true for this. So we can actually be connected with this energy to find, to feel that we want to be more pure in terms of whatever we eat, how we speak, how we connect with others, to feel like more like an innocent child, right? Connecting to the higher self, to God, to the universe, however you call it, and to just have this pure, beautiful soul that radiates, right? That we all have when we are children. We are like pure, and this is what we can find maybe in this period. We can find our own purity, or thrive to be more pure, except for the healing part that I was mentioning, the fact that we want to connect with the higher self more, and clearing the space. Okay, um, Virgo energy likes cleanliness. So, as I say, always there's a story on the sky whenever we have an important event. It's either the new moon, the full moon, or a planet entering a sign, or our own birth chart. There's always the story that is played on that specific chart. So at the moment of when the full moon is happening, the full moon in Virgo, we have the story of actually being able to access our emotional self. Okay, the emotional self, which for those of you that know, when we connect with our emotions, we connect more with the subconscious. Okay, because whenever we have a programmed mind, the way to unprogram the mind, um, we need to go into the emotional body to connect with the subconscious, and go and find the pattern or the thought pattern that is giving us that emotion. Okay, we know that it's from the mind. However, only the emotions, or connecting with the emotions, we are going to be able to access that pattern or that thought. Okay, so that's why it's important to go with the emotions, because not we can have the possibility to, or maybe, oh, this is happening, and my mind is going to say this is happening because of that, of that, of that. But no, we are not going to have the truth of the situation unless we are tapping into the emotions, because the emotions are going to give us exactly what is the truth about of what I'm thinking about the situation. Is not the other way around. Our mind is going to lie to us most of the time, or it's just going to be the same old story that we are telling ourselves. So The story, as I said, is connecting with the emotions, okay, and make order into our emotions. What I'm saying now is a way of a process. However, we are going to need to see how we practice that on our own, right? On ourselves. We can also ask for help as well to hold the space when we do that. But this is the story. So we need to see how we order or make order into our emotions. So I feel this, I feel that, I feel that. We put it in a kind of a shell, self on a shelf, the emotion, and I'm going to name it or label it, okay, and feel it at the same time, not just order it. And then we are moving, or the mind is going to expand because of that the feeling of the emotion is going to expand and see the higher part of the story, okay, because with the energy of Virgo, we tend to lose ourselves in details and do not be able to see the forest because of the trees, okay. So when we feel that and we make order in our emotions, we are going to access the higher mind and see also the forest, okay. And when we see the forest, we can see the whole picture, okay. And we are not going to we are not going to feel so much as a victim. We are going to have control, or we're going to have, let's say, the responsibility of what to do or what we need to do in that situation, whatever situation arises, or whatever we are triggered with that emotion, okay. And then once we do that, we are going to, let's say, create a different system of beliefs, because we've believed something, okay, before we ordered that emotion, before we access that emotion, we believe something, and now we're going to believe something else because we see different, right, differently. And with that, we are going to be able to, let's say, create a plan, or go on, act in a different way, okay. What I'm saying here, it's a process of healing, okay. It's like a process of how I am going to do I'm going to deal with the trigger that I have, okay. And that's a work that I can do consciously, okay. But we can also do this after we have been triggered, okay, because the trigger is telling us that there's a belief that is no longer valid. We have something that we need to grow out of, okay. So we need to change that belief so that we are aligning with the energy of this full moon, with the sun in Pisces and the moon in Virgo. So that's what the story on the sky is, okay. I hope I was clear enough. We can also feel or see the picture of it. It's like 3 or 4 steps, as I was speaking. And then after you take the action, or you make the action, the conscious action, you are going to see that you flow differently. Or whenever you are triggered because of with the same thing, you are going to see that you're not going to be triggered so much. I mean, you may not like it, but you're not going to give your power away to that trigger, and you're going to speak in a different way, communicate in a different way, and not be triggered and give up your energy and power so easily. Okay, amazing. And this is the story, as I said, on the sky. But also remember that any full moon, and especially the full moon in Virgo, requires us to close something or complete something. complete something. Maybe we have over passed, or something in us has expired. Okay, a way of thinking, of a way of being. So see what is triggered because of that. For example, in my case, just as I was talking about this process, I actually, my mind is giving me the awareness, or that I got a trigger today, uh, that I might need to look into and see why is it's still ongoing, why I still feel triggered for that or on that. So we all have work to do, guys. Work never ends in terms of healing, or in terms of ascension. And that's great, because we always want to grow, or we only always want to feel that we are expanding, right? We are connecting more with with the higher self. Well, not everyone wants that, especially if we want to do have difficult choices to make, but normally we all want to grow, we all want to evolve. That's the flow of the energy. So for those of you that are listening and they are live with me, do you have any questions? Do you have specific questions for the signs? I usually I also put the signs from Aries to Pisces, but tonight I'm not going to do it. Instead, I am going to do, because I don't have the time for that anymore right now, because of the glitch at the beginning. I had the problem with the mic. So I'm going to do that at the full moon ceremony that I'm going to have later tonight. For those of you that want to participate, the link is below in the description. If you don't have any other questions, I will close the astrology part. If something else is coming to mind, I'm going to give you a heads up. Otherwise, we can start the guided meditation, the clearing meditation, so that we feel, as I said, to release any blockages that we might have, so that we integrate, or have this energy of Virgo be more accessible to us without any restrictions. So let me just a moment open up the music. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear it, but it's helpful for me to connect better with spirit and guide you guys. Okay, amazing. So for that, we are going to close the eyes. And I'm asking you to have your spine straight, the palms facing up, like you're receiving something. And let's breathe 3 times from the belly. 1, 2, 3. Amazing. Let's connect more with the body by following my guidance. So we are going to ask our mind's eyes to connect with the top of the head. going down on the forehead, the nose, our mouth, the neck area, going down on the chest, belly, the pelvic area, the thighs, the knees, calves, ankles, and feet. Amazing. I want you to see, as you are outside of your body, your whole body, from the bottom to the top and from the top to the bottom. Very good. And I want you now to connect more with the heart. And from the heart, I want you to imagine a cord of light going down, piercing through your whole body, through each chakra down below, and going inside of the earth. You see the cord of light. From the heart, again, you're going to see another cord of light going up into the sky, reaching the center of the sky. And you're going to see the cord from the middle or the center of the sky and the cord from the center of the earth merging as you are being the connecting force, the connector, the channel between the two, earth and sky. Amazing. Stay connected with the heart. This is the center of your being. And you are also the center between the earth and the sky. You see the cord of light piercing through all your chakras, up and down, transforming yourself into a radiating pillar. I'm going to ask again Archangel Michael with the Lords of Karma to surround each and every one of us so that only love, light, and truth come into this space. Everything else or any energies lower than these energies are going to be transformed and sent into the light. We open up more at the various levels: physical, emotional, mental, atmic, Buddhic, galactic, and so on. We expand in the room that we are in. We expand in the building we are in. We expand in the neighborhood we are in. And we expand further in the town we are in. Remember that we are protected, and everything else that needs to be let go of, we have helpers, and they are going to be let go of, transmuted, transformed. We are expanding, and connecting to the center of the earth and the sky. And we can imagine us being like a bubble full of light. We are radiating our own spirit into the room we are in, into the house, the building, the neighborhood, and the town we are in. For those of you that feel more to expand, you can also do the country or the entire planet. If you don't feel comfortable to do that, don't do it. Just stay where you are. Amazing. Beautiful. And I want you to visualize in the heart space something opening in the heart space, like a door opening in your heart. And from your heart, we are going to connect your whole being together with all the other chakras at your heart. And for that, I want you to see how the energy from your base chakra, which is right at the base of the spine, it's coming up, reaching your heart. You can see like a energetic cord going up from the base of the spine into your heart. We're going to do the same thing with the second chakra, which is your sacral creative energy. I want you to imagine again an energetic cord going up, connecting to your heart. The same thing we are going to do with the third chakra, which is your solar plexus. And see this energetic cord going up, reaching again your heart. And then we are going to do the same thing with the upper chakras. The throat chakra, I'm going to see the chakra, the voice or the communication chakra. The energy from here is going to move down into the chakra of the heart. Okay, you visualize a cord or an energetic smoke, I would say, going into your heart. Then we're going to do the same thing with the third eye chakra between the eyebrows on the forehead. And from here, a cord going down, down, down into the heart. The same thing with the crown chakra on the top of the head. We're going to see the cord of light, the energetic cord going down, down, down with the imagination, with our mind eyes, going down into the heart space. Amazing. Now that all our chakras, our physical chakras are connected, I remind you that we are also grounded in the center of the earth, and we are also connected with the center of the sky. Okay? And going into the heart, entering that space that we entered, going deeper, we are going to ask our higher self to have its present known. And by that, and we are going to ask with the intention for our higher self to connect with us in the heart space. Higher self, you can say, please come into my heart. I want to feel you in my heart. You can say, please guide me on how to better integrate all these energies with the full moon. And let me know, guide me slowly and with patience on what I need to integrate, what I need to know, what I need to heal, or how I need to connect with you. And you can also maybe feel the connection like a tap in your heart, like a pressure in the heart. You can also just feel the sensation in your body. You can hear something, you can see something, depending on everyone's extra sensation, extraordinary perception. And from here, from the heart, you are going to say or ask your higher self to clear, clean, and release anything that it considers necessary to be released right now. What is for your highest good, only for your highest good, to be released right now. You can say, higher self, help me clean, clear, or heal, and let go of anything that I am ready to let go of right now for my highest good and for greatest good of all. You can feel a sensation somewhere in your body. For example, I feel it collectively, something releasing from the second chakra. There's something uh, as a collective that we need to release from the creation chakra. This is also the chakra of our relationships, the chakra of our feminine, the chakra of our inner child. So there's something in our collective, individually, collectively, that we need to release from this chakra. We can also pay attention, and we can also start the process right now. And just focus on this, on the belly. See, maybe it speaks to you in some way. Maybe you feel some pains, or the emotions is coming, an emotion is coming up. I want you to visualize here the color orange of this chakra and see how it is for you. Maybe it's not that orange, maybe it's more dirty, like where it has spots on it. Again, you can ask your higher self to clear this chakra as much as you are ready to do this tonight. Amazing. Feel the energy that is released going through your legs, going in and moving into the earth. And let Mother Earth recycle all that energy or that debris that we release from our system. Let's breathe through our second chakra. You can still feel the energy releasing or moving in there. It's fine. And I want you to imagine a person, a situation, maybe somebody that is struggling. Maybe you have someone in your family, in your circle of friends, or maybe you want to do it more extensively, country, for example. And think of sending all the healing or this clearing, all the energies that we receive. Send it to this situation, this person, this place. It can be also, as I said, a country. As we know that whatever we share comes to us tenfold. So we want to give what we receive, and we are going to receive more than that. It's about giving and receiving. So you're going to see from yourself, from your energy field, going with your mind, with your heart, going into that place, that situation, that person, wishing them well, wishing to connect. These energies are available for anyone, for everyone. Not everyone is going to integrate them at the same time. You are the pioneers of these energies, but you can always share with others so that they feel triggered to also integrate them. So see, amazing. And before we close in this guided meditation, I want you to ask your higher self something that you want as a confirmation, as a answer to a prayer. Maybe it's not the time. Maybe you still need to find something. Maybe you still need to understand something before something happens. But you have now the possibility to ask your higher self questions that you have, that you want answer to right now. And feel it in your heart, what is the answer? It can be yes, no, wait, not yet. Whatever, you're going to feel it in your heart, and it's a very, very clear answer. If it's not clear, it's not the answer. Make sure that it's very clear and it's repetitive. If you ask the same question, you get the same answer. That's when it's true. Amazing. If you haven't received an answer right now, just say to your higher self, I am open in the following days to receive your answer through different medium, through different signs. It can be from a book, from numbers, from a person coming to you and telling you what you need to do, or what is the advice. Okay, just stay open and don't keep trust. Don't close the flow if you haven't received a clear answer. Amazing. Beautiful. We are going to cut the energetic cords that you have done with the place, person, or situation that you send the energy to. Go back more into the body. Thank your higher self. And slowly, slowly, I want you to come back to your body by feeling your feet, feeling the hands, moving your neck, touching your body, legs, arms. And I want you to slowly open up the eyes. Make sure that if you feel dizzy, you don't stand up right now. breathe. Deep breath. Amazing. Good. I hope you are good. Well, we are at the minute 555. There's many changes coming along. You can also see the number 555, the angelic number. See what and how is resonated for you. And now, as always, we are going to pull out the oracle card that is going to guide us on what or how to integrate these energies better, or how to just ground ourselves into knowing that everything is fine, to trust the process. Okay? Spirit, please let us know what is the card. Okay, this one. Amazing. So we have the card. I'm not sure if somebody actually asked a question and this is your answer, but the card that we have is wait. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. Look at this. This is the planet. This is us. Okay, as humans, we haven't yet tapped into what we need to tap. So we need to wait. I'm going to read the card to see what is saying. Wait. Wait, don't rush. Okay, here it is. In our fast, loud, reactive, comparative world, where an instant response is so often expected, and at times even a currency, it can feel almost impossible to take a break, let alone give ourselves the space to rest, wait, and reset. We are so often in overdrive, expecting instantaneous results over and over again. And when guidance doesn't come at these extreme speeds, it can feel as though something's gone wrong. But often, not receiving guidance is guidance in itself. When you ask for guidance and you don't receive it, it can often mean wait, it's not yet time. The details are being woven. Our challenge is to keep trusting when on the surface it appears that nothing is happening, to remember that no matter how long or bitter the winter, spring does always come. To remember that you don't need to solve all of the world's problems in a single day, and that perhaps they'll be better solved with some perspective and a good night's sleep. With better solved with some perspective and a good night's sleep. This card is your permission to sleep, to slow down, switch off, and rest. You are being reminded to have patience and to trust the mystery of life, to trust that things are being woven on your behalf. It may not be happening to the timeline you'd like, but if you gather up the patience, it will be orchestrated better than you can ever imagine. How can you slow down, be more patient, and wait? So this is a little. This is the little guidance for us, guys. How can you slow down, be more patient, and wait? This is the answer or the question that we need to ask ourselves. Maybe there's something, as I was saying in the beginning, maybe there's a thought process that is telling us, if you don't do anything right now, you're not going to go there, or this is not going to happen. Sometimes the most productive thing that we can do is let go and rest. This is the truth. We cannot push nature more, that because there's always a lapse between the process of creation, or in the process of creation. So being at the full moon right now, it's very in tune with this message, because maybe some of us are more productive in learning how to wait between the action and what is needed, because maybe we need a different mindset in order for us to act. Amazing. So this is the beautiful message for the full moon in Virgo. We are going to close the circle now. So I want you again to put your hands in prayer and close your eyes. To the south, to the west, to the north, and to the east, to the Mother Earth and Father Sky, to all stellar beings, higher self, ancestors, and everyone that was here with us. Archangel Michael, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for the answers. Thank you for the clearing, the healing. Thank you so much for all the inspiration and for guiding us each day in our journey on earth. Thank you for not letting us alone, even if sometimes we feel so. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for being here with me live, and also for those of you that are going to see the recording. Until next time, take care and namaste.